Today I would like to talk to you about hair transplantation techniques and help you determine which one is more suitable for you. First of all, hair transplantation technique is personal and different techniques may be more suitable for different people. Now let's start talking about techniques. FUT. It's surgical intervention in which the scalp in the donor area is cut in the form of a long leaf, and this skin is divided into small pieces. This technique, which was used in the past, is no longer preferred because it leaves scars on the scalp, takes time to heal, and the number of roots that can be taken is low, so we do not recommend it to anyone. FUE. Collecting stage. In the FUE technique, the hair follicles in the donor area are taken one by means of a micromotor. This stage is called the collecting stage. It's not possible for somebody to understand you made an operation because the hair follicles are taken from the different fields of the donor area. The main goal in the collecting stage is to collect maximum number of hair follicles without causing baldness in the donor area. The more follicles, the better hair transplantation. When we think about this, collecting the maximum number of hair follicles that do not make the donor area bald is the first condition of a good hair transplant. The time, the temperature, and the environment in which hair follicles are kept will affect their health and the success of the planting. The density and the size of the hair in the donor area also affect the number of follicles that can be taken. Growing stage. It's the stage of opening the canals where the hair follicles to be planted in the area complaint of baldness will be placed. Hair follicles will be planted in each canal. Therefore, the frequency of open canals is the most important thing in order to provide more density and more natural appearance. More frequent canals should be open. In the FUE technique, the canals are opened with slits. It's not possible to open frequent canals with slits. If the slit is opened too often, negative result such narcosis and delayed healing may occur. For this reason, in the FUE method with slits, dense canals are not opened and dense planting is not performed. As a result, a sparse hair transplant that does not look natural would happen. The main reason for the sparse transplant that you see around you that seems to have had hair transplant is due to the opening of canals with slits. In the growing stage, factors such as the direction of canals, the frequency of canals, how the canals opening to the front line are opened are the basic elements of a good hair transplant. Transplant stage. It's the process of placing hair follicles one by one in the open canals and is done in the same way in all methods. Here too, the planting done by the experts who pay attention to the details that affect the planting result, such as how deep the follicles are placed in the canals and how they are placed one by one are successful. Sapphire percutaneous technique. The sapphire percutaneous technique is basically similar to FUE. The collecting and planting steps are exactly the same as FUE. However, in sapphire percutaneous technique, unlike the slitting methods, the canal is opened with social sapphire tips during the canal's opening phase. Smaller canals can be opened due to the fact that these sapphire tips can open 3D canals. In this way, 3 times the number of canals can be opened in the same area as normal FUE, and much more frequent and much more natural planting can be performed. Due to the smaller opening of the canals, the risk of inflammation is lower and healing is much easier. We recommend this method especially in cases where planting will be done in empty areas, because dense planting is possible in an empty area, and according to the competence of the expert, it's possible to plant a very high number of grafts in this method. We recommend this method for 90% of hair transplant. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you have any question, you can always comment below and get quick answer. Don't forget to subscribe on Istanbul Vita channel to be notified of our new videos, please. DHI method. In the DHI technique, the collecting stage is the same as the FUE method. However, the canals and planting steps are different. In other methods, the root canal is opened and planted here first. while the roots taken in the DHI method are placed in special pens, and the hair follicles is placed in the hair transplantation area, at the same time with the opening of a canal with its own special mechanism. However, because it takes time to place roots in the pen, a maximum of 3,000 roots can be planted on the same day. In addition, the roots can be damaged in processes such as placing the roots in the pen and moving the roots inside the mechanism of the DHI pen. The only advantage of DHI is that not damage the root of the hair already in that area while tightening. While using DHI technique, no need to shave hair most of the time. The only situation where we can recommend the DHI method is the sewing to be done for compaction, and it can be recommended for compaction planting where the number of sewing will be below 2,500 or 3,000 maximum. Unshaven hair transplant. It's a technique where the donor area is shaved and the transplant area is not. Although it's specially preferred by women, also men who don't want to cut their hair short at the time of planting can also choose this technique. However, transplanting between long hair in the tightening operation complicates the hair transplant operation and prolongs the duration of the operation. While 6,000 or even more roots can be planted in shaved hair transplant operation, a maximum of 3,000 roots can be planted in a single operation in unshaven transplantation. For this reason, it's not recommended for people who need more roots. Painless anesthesia method. Before needle anesthesia, it's an anesthesia procedure applied by spraying the scalp with a special anesthesia device without using a needle.